The Canadian Slovenian Historical Society was established with the mission to preserve the records of Slovenian immigration, cultural heritage, and to record their continued contributions to Canada to establish the legacy of Canadian Slovenians for future generations. The Canadian Slovenian Historical Society was founded in 2002 by Stane Krajnc with support of an executive committee comprised of Frank Brence, Jožica Vegel, and Anne Urbancic. The Historical Society is now governed by a volunteer committee of 11 directors who meet once a month to discuss the ongoing initiatives which support the Historical Society mandate. The Society maintains a library of over 6,000 unique titles pertaining to the Canadian Slovenian experience. Jožica Vegel led the initiative of cataloging the entire collection within St. Gregory the Great Parish in Hamilton. The collection is available to the public for community access by appointment. The committee takes on a number of initiatives to foster its mandate. The digitization of archival materials is continually being done by members of the committee as a way to increase public access and to provide content for public platforms and community outreach. Povejte nam kaj, the oral history project, aims to capture the stories, anecdotes, and contexts of the Canadian Slovenian experience. In this ongoing project, Anne Jagar has the task of listening to and recording the interviews of members of the Slovenian community as they tell their individual stories. These may include reflections about their departure from Slovenia, time spent in refugee camps, immigration experience, and the early years of settlement and adjustment to life in Canada. The Oral History Project also includes interesting stories of those born to Slovenian parents in Canada and elsewhere. In this way, the stories of Slovenian immigrants and their descendants in Canada can last beyond their lifetime. There are now over 200 digitally recorded interviews stored within the archives. Video interviews began to be produced to enhance the Oral History Project and to better preserve the stories of our community. There are now over 25 videos in production capturing the history through personal perspectives. The content from the audio and video projects are also used to produce articles for Glasilo, as well as the Historic Society's own quarterly newsletter, Our Story. Copies of the newsletter can be picked up at local Slovenian churches, community events, or viewed on our website. The Historical Society's official website and Facebook page are the two primary resources to view historical content, up-to-date news, and announcements within the community. Over the years, the Society has taken part in a number of displays to promote its work, including Kdo smo, which highlights anonymous catalogued material. The Canadian Slovenian Historical Society and its community members are actively engaged in both Canada's and Slovenia's cultural sphere. The process of archiving historical content and contextual knowledge across the Canadian Slovenian community significantly contributes to the role that memory plays in the preservation of cultural identity and personal narratives. The Historical Society is a non-profit organization that operates entirely on personal and corporate donations and government grants to fund its initiatives. If you, your family, or organizations have photographs, audio or visual recordings, diaries, letters, postcards, books, passports, immigration documents, or other historical documents, we encourage you to contact us. The submissions will be stored in the archives and used for research. They will also be available for public viewing. We invite you to participate in the Canadian Slovenian Historical Society in any volunteer or fiscal capacity. The Canadian Slovenian Historical Society. Honoring our past, ensuring our future.